Your Excellency, the Governor, Mheshimiwa B, the PS Roads, PS Agriculture, President ACEK, Vice President of FIDIC, Engineer James Mwangi, kindly, yes. Director Generals who are with us, Engineer Kandie from Kera, Mwasia from National Irrigation Authority. We had a representative of a DG from Kenya Meat Commission. I didn't get to see kindly, yes. All other Director Generals, just in case my eyes have not seen you, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this second ACEK conference, which is hosted in this city of Eldoret, also known as the Home for Champions. It is a fitting venue for our conference, and your attendance confirms that the choice is a good place for the conference, and we are in a good place, as will be verified by our host or our chief guest, the Governor. Our theme is engineering food security and resonates with most of the stakeholders as signified by your presence. We would like to observe that today, the 16th October, is the World Food Day, and we thought it is good for engineers to meet on this day and think about what can engineers contribute in food security. Just those projecting can project a diagram. The United Nations Food Authority, figure number 1, Food Authority has some statistics on food security. Globally, you can see, globally about 11% of people experience what is called severe food security, 23 and about 30% experience moderate to severe. On the African continent, around 342 million people experience severe food security, and about 60%, almost 800 million people, experience moderate to severe food security. Now, considering that 60% of African population could spend some nights without eating or some days without eating in the course of a year, it means we need to address the issue of food security. Of course, the drivers of food insecurity include conflicts when there are wars, climate extremes, economic slowdowns and turndowns, pandemics like COVID. The aspiration for food security is a global issue, and this is reflected in different policy documents. At the international level, we have the SDGs. SDG number 2 envisages a world without hunger. On the African continent, we have the Africa Agenda 2063. At the African Development Bank, there is a Feed Africa strategy. We have the East African Vision 2050, our own Kenya Vision 2030, and the current government administration has a bottom-up economic transformation agenda, which includes addressing food security. At the national level, we have different national policies and strategies to address food security. At county level, we have the county integrated development plans, and all these are interventions to ensure food security. In this conference, I would like to invite us to think holistically about two things. One is called the structure of food systems, and I would like the diagram to be displayed, figure number 2. Food systems is a complex structure that relates the different steps of value chain of food. This diagram will appear in the conference magazine, so in the interest of time, allow me not to go into explaining it. But we need to look at those different steps, and because we are engineers, ask ourselves what can be the role of engineers in different steps. Equally important is the concept of sustainable food systems. I request diagram number 3. So we have a food system relates to taking into account economic issues, social issues, and environmental considerations so that we have enough food, I would say, in all generations, present generation and future generation. So I invite that we interact with this in a very holistic way. In keeping with our theme, Engineering Food Security, our discussion over the next 2 days will explore sustainable food value chain. And this ranges from production, aggregation, processing, distribution, consumption, and even disposal of waste. Specifically, we will highlight the integral roles and potential contribution of engineers in the entire food value chain. As you are aware, engineers are involved in every step of the food value chain through design, manufacture, maintenance, and operation of machinery and equipment for production, aggregation, processing, and distribution, as well as supporting infrastructure, be it transport systems, energy system, or irrigation system. We also may wish to explore as a country we may also wish to explore whether as a country we are ready for the benefits of creating space for food engineering as an engineering discipline. Of course, traditionally, with our regulator, we have engineers in electrical, mechanical, agricultural, but food engineering, we have people who are working in industries, and we haven't taken this as a discipline. This is an issue we should consider. Among our exhibitors is a company called T Machinery Engineering Company Limited, or in brief TEMEC, a wholly owned subsidiary of the KTDA. This is an example of a food engineering company. So of course, engineers should not specify brands, but because they will present and they are here, I suggest we interrogate, because there is a space of production of equipment and machinery for food engineering, for food processing, that this country should invest in if we are to be food secure. This does not mean we do not invest in production. Production is important. Infrastructure for distribution is also important, but the machinery and equipment that go into processing, we also need to be self-sufficient in producing them in our country. As we proceed, I would like to extend our gratitude to our sponsors, our partners, ACEK members, conference organizers, ACEK Secretariat, all that have made this conference possible. I would like to invite the ACEK council members to stand up so that we introduce them. ACEK council members who are in the room, please stand, be upstanding. We have, yes, Engineer Matu, who is on EBK board, is a member. Engineer Jen Mtilili is the Honorary Secretary. Professor Larry Gumbe chairs the Research Committee. Our Treasurer, Engineer Jabongo. Timothy Musyomi, he is the patron of Future Leaders. Ogola chairs our membership and HR. David is a member of the council. Thank you. Those are the council of ACEK, and I'm the chair of ACEK. I invite you to enjoy your stay in Eldoret. It's a wonderful place. You might want to ask me how I know, because I don't come from far, I just come from near. So it's a wonderful place. Besides the visits, please enjoy and let us take interest in the deliberations we are going to have. Thank you, and God bless you.